Okay, reality capture for architecture. This is another example of documenting a small object using terrestrial photogrammetry. The stone planter example happened to take 92 images with multiple loops. This is using a smartphone at varying angles of degree, close loops, distant loops, to acquire the overall and detailed views of that planter. I'm using the same overlap rules as a 2/3 overlap goal. Start out at 1 to 2 and then head for 2/3 overlap at each image, and I end up making a sequence like you see here. This is the small object, Sidestep. This is a smartphone, Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. I'm just using the default photo app. My GPS is on, location services and so forth. And I'm starting up close to the stone planter itself as I start my first loop. Next step, I want to acquire more detail from that stone planter, and I'm doing another loop, but this time with a low vantage point. This should collect as much textural data as I can from that concrete. Next step is to back away a bit to get a more overall view, so I'm doing a distant loop, probably twice the distance from the concrete planter itself. Next step is up close to acquire a higher level of detail on the inner lip or inner surfaces of the concrete planter, which I would otherwise not see from the other loops I've just taken. And now for a smartphone loop hyperlapse, just to give you an idea of where I was during each loop. And now for the results of the stone planter. See here we have a textured mesh view, which is rendered in Rhino. Just another view showing the detail acquired of the interior surfaces of the planter. This is just a mesh rendered in Rhino without the texture or color, and here we see a wireframe. That was another example of documenting a small object using terrestrial photogrammetry.